Harold Wood III, who is the skip and the captain of the team, Nigeria Curling, joins us right now via Zoom. Thank you so much, Harold, for joining us on the show.
Good afternoon. How are you doing today?
Great. We're doing great. I have my colleague with me here, Faith Oritua. And it's a great thing that you are breaking and shattering the ceiling glass, having to compete, go shoulder to shoulder with winter nations. And at this time, going up against India, I know you fell short, but the game against Guyana, we'll be hoping that we get that smile on our face. There are challenges. I've had conversations with you, but I would like you to share with us. How challenging has it been to build on ice, that on-ice chemistry with your roster? And this chemistry and a team that has seen frequent changes. We've seen you with TJ Cole and the wife. We've also seen a bit of other faces in this team. We get to see new faces in your team all the time. How challenging has it been for you to build an on-site chemistry with the team that you have right now playing at this competition?
Well, to start off, it's partially some of my fault. Initially, all of us lived in Denver, Colorado, and because of some things that happened in my life, I had to move away. But I still always remain training and knowing that sometimes we do have transition within the front end of our team through our lead and second positions. How I've maintained a way of being able to be quickly adaptable to new people and positions on people and personalities on my team. Has been playing in various different league nights in the clubs that I train at where I live at locally. And that allows me to develop new strategies that I can take on to different championships such as the Pan Continental or World Mixed Curling Championships. And later on this year, I'll be participating in the World Mixed Doubles Qualifier in Dumfries, Scotland. Well, that will be in January. So just trying to, learn my teams on the fly and make sure that we're teaching them and trying to keep things as simplified and easy as possible for them to understand so they can have less on their shoulders and I can take on some of the burden that is needed to make sure that we can get the results that we want.
Okay.
All right, Harold, thank you very much for joining. I mean, we're looking ahead right now. You've talked about what you're doing with your team to get back. But I also want to look at reflecting on that particular game against India. I mean, when you look at what went down, what specific lessons can we learn and take away, especially after the difficulty from the first end? What can we take from the game against India?
So the main thing is that you don't want to get down early because it changes how the team approaches, your opposing team approaches how they play you. We were able to make the rest of the game pretty competitive for them, but they had already had a sizable lead. In that, we just have to make sure that we're eliminating mistakes. I've played against India and their skip, Raju, multiple times. I know that he is, within the curling vernacular, a prolific hitter. If there is an ability to remove one of our stones from play, even if it's under cover or protected by other stones in front of it, he can find a way to measure out the angles to do so. So it's all in trying to make the things that he is very strong at difficult, and we found some success with some of the style of play that we adjusted to later on in the game. And also while being able to do that, but also making sure that I can capitalize off of what I'm finding what my team's strengths are. It's a blessing always to have Tijana Cole on my team. I've been playing with him continuously at international championships and around the U.S. and across the world since 2019. So even though we don't get to train together regularly, I've played with him so much that we know what each other's thinking without much communication.
All right. You just mentioned training. You don't train together, and this is like a big challenge. Given these limited opportunities for you to have a joint training session with your team, what strategy have you implemented to help maybe the team adapt, to help them adapt quickly and also compete effectively at this level that you are?
So it's minimizing the thought processes for the younger players that we have on the team. I want to make sure that it's trying to get them do this one thing consistently, do this one release, making sure everything is as simple as possible for them. So as they get those simple techniques mastered, we can start to implement different things that can broaden out their game. But we just want to keep, for our front end, it is as simple as possible. Whereas me and TJ, who have, years of experience, and I'll also like to give a brief shout out to TJ Cole, who just celebrated his 100th international game. That is quite an achievement, and especially him being the first African curler. Being able to keep things simple for the front end and be able to make sure we can make adjustments on the fly in game. Me personally, knowing that I'm not able to train with my team, I try to, at my local club, I play 4 to 5 nights a week, all with different teams every single night. So I have to learn various different personalities, how to coach them, what their strengths are, and be able to adapt off of that on the fly while playing against other teams that may have played together as well. So it keeps my bag of strategies very diverse and very large, and gives me ability to adjust as needed throughout the end to hopefully get a successful outcome.
Okay.
All right. Interesting conversation so far when you look at strategies and what we're looking forward to ensure Nigeria does better. But I would like to also look at this. Nigeria, how is the country addressing the issue of continuity in its curling program to ensure long-term player development and consistency, knowing fully well that also there might be struggles from the federation and the fact that Nigeria, we're not built for winter.
Yes.
How expensive is it for players to train and prepare for events like this?
Well, individually, it's just dealing with our own personal lives. As much as I would love to be a professional athlete and be paid to do this day in and day out, I still have a job. I am a chemical and mechanical engineer. TJ Cole is a principal and a lawyer and a judge. Fabian is a highly awarded and highly sought after chef in the western part of the United States. And Julian is he owns 2 different businesses that he has to manage. And we all worry about what's going on with our professional lives. So, members of the team that have played with us in the past also have jobs and whatnot. So what we can do to help grow the sport is trying to grow the sport through our youth, who were recently in the Youth Olympic Winter Games, which I think was covered on within the Nigerian media, and making sure that we can get our young curlers to ice, whether it be in Asia, Europe, or the Americas. And once we are able to build that base, we can have that continuity, with the home team curlers there in Nigeria. It is, the other main struggle is attaining visas. That is a struggle for us sometimes, and that causes us to scramble to find players sometimes who, said, hey, I thought someone else was going to come, but now I'm needed to, when the flag calls, we all try to answer as best as we can.
Well, I should be hoping that you get the needed support, because this is a sport way out of our radar. Favor, you must agree with me. Winter sport, I think we are really trying at this time. I know you were in a competition in order to qualify for the Division A. So what does qualification mean into that Division A championship, or maybe even a qualification into the eventual World Championship? What does it mean for the growth of curling in Nigeria? And how do you see your leadership role shaping that journey?
Qualification and promotion into the A division would mean a lot. A constant complaint that I've had with the World Curling Federation is that there is a lack of attention or media coverage, or even just photography or anything that comes along to the B division. There are no video clips provided of the play that happens in the B division, unless you have an alternate there that can sit up in the stands and record video clips. A lot of times, or even if you pay coaches that can record games for you, but that comes with funding costs. When the etiquette in curling is that if you have a coach, you pay for all of their expenses. We're still working people at the end of the day. We have to cover our own expenses here. We are all here on our own dime. We have no sponsorships. Our uniforms, kits, shoes, equipment is all paid for out of our own pockets.
All right.
So,
okay. Harold, yeah, sorry to cut you short, but you
get to the continue.
Okay. I mean, I was going to come from the line of thoughts. I mean, you're talking about no sponsorship,
no media
coverage. And you and the guys have come together, try to manage your personal lives and also try to compete. What is that motivating factor? We're seeing these challenges, and you still want to represent Nigeria, where you could have easily gone to maybe, other countries or maybe the United States of America, but you still have this passion and zeal to say, I want to compete for Nigeria despite these hurdles. What is that motivating drive for you?
For me, I want to have a story in my life that my grandchildren and further generations can tell. I want to be able to make history, and I have made history, and we make history every time we step foot on the ice as an African country. Unfortunately, Kenya was not able to make this championship this year. Kenya was there last year, and we beat them. And so we like to call ourselves the Continental Curling Champions, even though us and Kenya are the only two nations that have curling teams. So it's all in the pursuit of making history and having a story to tell. And each of us have our own motivations for why we do this. Some of it, for history, for supporting a family, representation of Africa on the world stage, and proving that no matter where we are as a people in anything, we can excel and we can do anything if we put our mind to it.
Sure, I can see that, because that's the only thing that can motivate you this much, even without the sponsorship and without the media coverage. Yes, we are here. News Center, of course. We are for the people. We are for those who are breaking the records. We're going to put it out there to say that Nigeria at the moment are competing at the Pan Continental Curling Championships over there in the United States. We have been speaking to the ski team captain, Harold with the thought. Thank you so much, Harold. We wish you all the best. And qualification into the Division A, that's the target. You should do that. You have our backing all the way. And I know when you qualify, we'll be here on News Central TV to announce that qualification. We wish your team all the best. And thank you so much for joining us on In the Game.
Thank you so much.